Hi guys, I'm Chloe and I'm 15 and I'm a sophomore at Beacon Hill, and this is my story. My mom and my brother and I were always Christian and went to church and stuff, but my dad wasn't and never really has been. And so my mom would try to get him to come to church with us and participate and be there and try and help him to fall in love with Jesus like she did. But he would just kind of go and then just sit there in church and not really pay attention, or just kind of he didn't really want to be there, but he'd go because my mom wanted him to. My friend Amelia has been going to Crossroads for a while, and her mom wanted her to start going to the youth group. And so I think the first time she went, she was like, "Hey, Chloe, my mom's making me go. Do you want to go with me?" And I was like, "Okay, sure, why not?" Amelia was going every week, I think, to the youth groups, but I had soccer practice for a lot of them. So it was kind of just I was really only going occasionally. And then sometimes if Amelia couldn't make it for some reason, I'd be kind of scared to go by myself because I didn't really know anybody. Then summer camp was coming up, and Amelia was kind of I don't really know if I want to go. I was like, we should just go. It'll be fun. It'll be fine. And so we decided to go, and then we went, and the first day was really awkward. We didn't know anybody. We kind of just knew each other and one other person in our small group. I think the first day was when they were everybody was trying to get deeper into how strong your faith is and stuff. And I feel like both of us were kind of not very strong in our faith at that time. And I had kind of been really distant, I guess, from my faith and everything. I was halfway through the week, we had kind of talked to a few people, and we kind of branched out a little bit and made some more friends. And so it was kind of, we were like, okay, well, this is kind of fun. So they put this door up where it was if you walk through the door, you're recommitting your life to Jesus and publicly declaring it, basically. The second night that they had the door up, I was feeling really moved and I was feeling really pushed that we should go through. And I asked me, I was like, "Amelia, do you want to walk through with me?" And she was like, "What? No." I was like, "Come on, we should go through. It'll be fun. I really want to do this. This is I want to do this for me," because I had felt really, really distant the few months before camp. And then I asked Aiden and Kazoo, our small group leader, and another person in our small group, if they wanted to go through, and they were like, "Okay, yeah, let's go. I'll go with you." And then Amelia was kind of "Okay, fine, we'll go." And so then we all walked down there, and we got to the door, and then they opened the door. Amelia opened the door, and we walked through, and then we got through the door, and then we all just kind of started hugging, and then everybody started crying. And so that was really cool to experience with them, especially because I feel like Amelia and I were kind of in the same place. So then we kind of all felt really connected, I think. When we walked through the door, it kind of just felt like my slate was just kind of clean and I could start over. So after the last session, I kind of felt just freed from everything, and everybody was just kind of joyful. You just kind of felt that joy after, and I could see it in everybody that we were around, and it was just kind of it felt like a new beginning kind of for all of us. We all just kind of felt connected after, I feel like. And it was just kind of really interesting to watch how everybody else grew that week too. Not only to myself grow, but to watch how everybody else did. And it was kind of it was a completely different feeling the first day and the last day. Because the first day, it was kind of it all felt the reason we went was kind of a social thing, not really because we wanted to get stronger in our faith and stuff. And by the last day, I felt like I had a purpose and I knew what I was doing, kind of. I mean, I still don't really know what that purpose is, but I felt like I had a direction I was walking in. Whereas before, I was just kind of walking all over the place and not really sure where I was going. But by the last day, I felt like I knew the road that I was walking on. After summer camp, I kind of had a feeling that like this is where I wanted to be, and so I told my mom, I was like, can we go to the Sunday service at Crossroads? And she was like, okay, sure, yeah, let's go. And I talked about how I felt really like connected with the youth group and the people there and like the leaders and stuff. And so she was like, okay, yeah, I want to go. I want to see like what it's all about. And so I was like, okay. And so we went, and after service, I was talking to her, and she was crying, I think. She said she had started crying in the service when she saw like pictures from camp or something that went up. And she was like, she told me that this is like, she just felt like this is where we were really supposed to be. And this is where God wanted us to be, was at Crossroads. And so that was really cool to watch her experience that too, because that's how I'd been feeling. Any small like issue that I have, small or big, I guess, I definitely have found myself trying to fall into God and have him, like, ask him to help me figure it out now, whereas before I would just try and figure it out on my own, and it wouldn't work, obviously. My life has definitely shifted after camp, and I'm excited to see the plan that God has for me. The end.